All right, man, talk and talk, baby. 6 o'clock. We back at it, baby. Back in the studio. You know what it is, man. Back in the studio. You already know. Let me run that again. All right, man, talk and talk. Feels good to be back. I had to run that again because the kids got cut off. Like to cut the kids off. I can't be cutting the kids off. Can't cut the kids off. All right, man. So today's episode, we're gonna talk about Drake's album sales, man, and what does this really mean? You know what I'm saying? And he sold a certain amount. So before we get into that, you know I gotta get a legendary spill. This is Torture Talk. If you like the content, please consider subscribing. If you're new here, let me work for your subscription today. All the beautiful, single, sexy ladies, put one in the chat. All the fellas, y'all know where to find the ones that just don't harass them. I don't sell no merch, but I do have content. Absolutely free. But if you want to leave a donation, link is in the description. Cash App, no more PayPal. They call me the Hidden Gem. I went from 1,300 subscribers to over 13, 14, 15,000. And yes, I am the king of the North. Let me know what kingdom you from. Also, March 23rd, there will be a battle on this page. It's going to be live. So don't miss it. Share it with your friends too. So let's get to this, man, because this is going to be a goodie, man. This is going to be a goodie. Let's get to it. All right, man. So look, man, this comes courtesy of The Answer. It feels good to be back in the studio. Also, too, Torture Talk After Hours. I like that look, but I did get a new camera. But I do like that look, so it might have to, we might have to be using that look sometimes. I do like that look. I figured some things out, but hey, man, it is what it is. Let's keep it going, man. This is what it is right here, man. So let's get it going. You know what it is. So let's get it, man.
I called 2250 though. I called that number.
Yeah, he said 250.
I called that number. Yeah, buddy.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy, The Answer, man. What Drake up to now? Just dropped with Party Next Door. First week numbers was kind of respectable. Dropped off the second week. But why is he going to Lucent Grange and his daughter? Like, don't he know when enough is enough? And did you see him get rid of DeMar DeRozan's jersey at his concert? Boy, crazy, man. Let's get to the content.
All right, so 250,000 copies is pretty good for any other artist. But for Drake and his name being tied to that, that's not good, because that means that this album is most likely not going to go platinum. If the first week sales is low, the first week sales usually are off of the hype of the album. They've been promoting this album since before December. Before GNX actually dropped, they've been promoting this album. The album drops and it's terrible. It's a terrible album. I'm not going to sit here and hold y'all. Don't even waste your time. I usually tell people to go listen to something, but I'm recommending that you don't listen to this album because it's bad. It's really bad. It's not a good album. Let's be clear here. It's not even okay. You know what I'm saying? I gave it a 6, but now that I went back and listened to it, and I did the heavy lifting for y'all. I listened to it for y'all. I did the heavy lifting. I listened to it for y'all. It's literally a 4. It's 4 sexy songs for you. It's a 4. For you. I did it for you. I'm just saying. But it's really not good. It's not a good album. So, with that being said, let me let this play a little more, and I'm going to explain why I think that this is a really big deal for Drake.
Gonna sit back, watch the Drake battle. What's today, Tuesday? They might have some preliminary numbers in here.
They saying 250,
Oh, that's bad business.
especially for Drake.
That's bad business. That means Kendrick could be outran him by 70.
Here's the thing, too. It says that He sold 222,000 through streams and 28 in pure sales, 28,000 in pure sales. Right under that, look right under that. Look what it says right under that. The Weeknd did 128K in streams and 320,000 in pure sales. The Weeknd sold 320,000 copies in pure sales. So the Weeknd streams wasn't as big, but the sales for his album was up. Drake did a lot of sales. He did a lot of streams, but his pure sales was low. Now I'm gonna tell y'all why that is. The reason why Drake numbers was high on streams is because people wanted to hear, they was curious about what he was gonna say about Kendrick Lamar. That's the only reason why. Because if that was the case, he would have outsold. If people was caring about what Drake music was and how they would have went and brought that physical copy of the album, but they didn't. So you can't say, people can't say, well, people don't buy physical copies of the album, because right there it shows you that people bought physical copies right there. It says it right there. So he literally sold 28,000 copies because people wasn't really interested in what he has to say. They wasn't interested in his music. They were just interested in more what he has to say to Kendrick. That's why the streams are so high. That's why. But I'm going to tell y'all why this is a big deal. Let's keep it going a little more.
What is his numbers usually?
Well, Drake?
Yeah.
450, 400, 450s. But this is a collab. Oh, my God. 250 equivalent album units, including 28,000 in the album sales. Oh, my God. They is not with this nigga. Oh, yeah, he shouldn't have did. I told you. I said, I called 250, though.
Now, look. Now, as y'all can see, look, right? This is Drake's first week sales right here. This is all his first week sales, right? So I don't know if y'all can see that. Let me squeeze it over a little bit. Maybe I can get it. All right. Maybe y'all can see it like that. So first John, 447,000. That's first album. Take Care was his highest, I believe. Was it its highest? No, Take Care wasn't his highest. Nothing was the same. Views actually sold 1 million in the first week. And to me, Views is one of his worst albums. But, again, I have no idea why Views sold that many. Maybe it was at the height of something. I think Views was when the streaming boom came, I believe. That's when streaming really blew up, when Views was around. You know what I'm saying? And I think Views had Hotline Bling and all that shit on there. But as you can see, now, honestly, Nevermind was his lowest. And then you go back down, and then he did Her Loss, and then For the Dogs, and then this one here. So this one here is another feature. Now, to be fair, if you look at all the albums where he's by himself, those usually do over 300K. You know what I'm saying? All the ones were, honestly, Nevermind, that was low. That was him by himself. You know what I'm saying? And More Life was him by himself. Like, even though so he got pretty good numbers. What a Time to Be Alive. That is, listen, so he got pretty good numbers. But I think that you got to understand, this is with him being pushed, marketing, like being pushed. I'm telling y'all now, there's a big reason why he's not gonna see these numbers ever again. Most likely will never see these numbers again. Never.
I called that number.
Yeah, you said 250.
I called that number. Yeah, buddy. And they tell me this nigga put up Lucian's son wife, Lucian's son's wife, like posted it on some crazy.
Yeah, he got a fake Instagram.
Yeah, like what? Like what are you doing, Drake? This is why you losing, bro. This is why you continuously losing. This is why you losing. You putting up Lucian's son's wife up, bro. That's disgusting, bro. That's disgusting. But again, y'all like this behavior because people don't call it out. Like, I'd be like, yo, what the hell are you doing, bro? What are you doing? Why are you doing that? That's not funny. It's disgusting to see, man. You putting up a man's wife. I wouldn't play with that. I'm sorry. That's not something you should be playing with. You playing with somebody's wife, bro? That's not something you should play with, bro. I'm sorry. And this is what happens every time you play with people's wives. You get burned heavy, and you playing with the record label's son's wife. Yeah, trust and believe, bro.
Posted people.
Yeah, did they just send it to me? Drake posted a photo of Sophie Richie's. Hold on. Of Sophie, Lucian's grand CEO, daughter-in-law, on his finsta, continuing his pattern of using women to poke at men he's mad at. Shares a photo of Lucian Grand's to his second Instagram account. He's also the only person the account follows. Okay, what the is that about? What is that? Some type of threat or something? Oh my God! Why are you around like that?
Sound like that's the only way you know how to hit.
Well, why would he post that nigga's daughter-in-laws? Yeah, they gonna over dude.
Yeah, like what is all that for? Are you trying to say you did something with her? Like, what are you saying, bro? That makes you look even worse. Like, bro, you doing all this, it's all gonna catch up with you, man. I just don't understand some of the things he be doing, bro. But let's keep it going.
Son run Atlantic.
Nigga, he's like second in Drake's. That don't matter. That's Lucian's son's wife, my nigga. So
He playing with niggas.
he ain't gonna wear his ass out. That's bad work.
Yeah, I don't understand it either. That's definitely bad work. And you asking for a whole bunch of problems. You think you got problems with Kendrick? Please, bro. What these dudes could do to you is way worse than Kendrick. And Kendrick only doing this to you through music. I can imagine what they would do to you through outside of music. It's crazy.
What is this nigga talking about? Yeah. What is this, February? March, April. Between April and June, they gonna hit that nigga with the scandal. He don't drop that law.
Damn, bro. I just said that. I'm telling y'all, man. I'm telling y'all. He playing with the right fire. He definitely gonna get burned. What Wack is saying, man, I 100% agree. They gonna hit this month with a scandal, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Trust and believe. They got some. They ready. They ready. They probably waiting for him to drop it, then hit him with the scandal. You know what I'm saying? That's what they probably waiting for him. They probably waiting for Drake to drop the lawsuit. Once he drops the lawsuit, then they gonna hit him with the scandal. Boom, out of nowhere, and then he's gonna be under pressure. I'm telling you.
So they gonna blast him. They gonna blast him. He's doing a lot of playing. You been seeing anybody supporting any other artists retweet?
Shit, not a single one.
Ain't gonna get the away from that nigga.
All right, y'all, there it is. From what I see, man, the 250 does seem respectable. It doesn't match up to a typical Drake release, which is usually in the 400K or better range. Party Next Door does 37 to 40 on their own. So maybe Drake bought another 180 to 210 to them. You never know. But that second week, it seemed like people was just, it was a curiosity, and then it fell off. But for him to be putting up a picture of the family of those people, it looked like something might be coming down the pipe for him. I don't wish him no harm, but he keep poking that bear. So we gonna see, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's going down. I'm gonna tell you right now. You gotta understand. So here's the thing, right? This is what I think is why it's a big deal. The reason why it's a big deal is because the second week, the first week is more curiosity. People wanted to see what he had to say about Kendrick. The second week is the reason why I'm thinking that it's over for him. Because if people was enjoying the music, it would have went up, right? So if you look at Kendrick GNX, it's still selling. If you look at The Weeknd, they're still selling. He's still selling. I'm telling y'all, man, I don't think that this album is going to even touch platinum. I would be surprised if it goes more than 500K. I don't even think it's going to do that. I think it's probably going to reach that probably like months down the line. But I don't think this album is good enough for me to say it's going to reach 1 million. I just don't think that that's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Even with his name attached to it. But this is why I say that he's on a serious decline, because if you only sold 28,000 copies with your name is Drake, and you have so much weight with your name, and you still only sell 28,000 copies, that's a real big hit to your career. I don't even care if people say, well, it's Party's album. No, but Drake's on it. Drake's all over it. Drake has more songs on it than Party do. So it's basically a Drake album. You know what I'm saying? It's a Party in Drake album. Stop saying it's a Party album. No, it's Party in Drake. It literally says Drake and Party Next Door. You know what I'm saying? It says that. So it's his album just well as it's Party's album. He has more tracks on there than Party do. So it's more of his album than Party's album. But a lot of y'all will want to just use that as an excuse so you can say, oh, man, see, it was Party that didn't know. No. Party wrote hits for Drake. They got a couple of joints. But this one here isn't good. It's just not a good album. But I'm telling y'all now, that's the reason why he's in the situation he's in. Because his music just isn't, I'm just going to say this, man, because I'm sick and tired of not saying certain things. Drake's not a good artist no more, man. He's not. He's just not a good artist no more. He was good back in the day, but as of now, he has no fresh ideas. He is not a good artist at all. He's not. He hasn't been a good artist for a long time. And he's been cosplaying as a good artist for years, and people have been giving him a pass. He hasn't done anything phenomenal for a long time. I'll even go as far as saying he hasn't really done anything in his whole career that's phenomenal. He has a couple of good verses and maybe a couple of good songs, but it was more of the feel and the movement that people liked about Drake. Not actually the songs. Like, and then on top of that, the songs that are considered his best songs, people say that he took them from them. So let's be clear here, man. Let's be honest. Is this guy really as good as we thought he was? Because if you listen to him now, how is it that you can't come up with nothing new? You've been doing the same, you've been hitting us with the same formula for the last 8, 9, 10 years. The same thing, just regurgitated in a different, just repackaged over and over again in a different CD cover. That's what it is. He hasn't did anything that I would say, oh man, I gotta run back and listen to that. That was crazy. That was different. No. What, like, what are we doing? Like, what is he doing? I don't understand it. You got Party on the album. What you should have did was you should have just did a hip hop album. That's it. Should have did a hip hop album and that's it. And then said on a hip hop album, hey, the first song should have been, let me clarify some things. And you should have came out and said, the first couple of bars should have been, Kendrick beat me. Beat me in a battle. But I'm still strong. And I'm still gonna be number one. That's what you should have did. It's crazy, man. But album is trash. I can see why people not going back and listening to it because it's terrible. It's terrible. And I told y'all this. I said this, that the album was going to be trash. I told y'all. I said, I listened to 3 songs, and I'm telling y'all now the album ain't going to be good. And I told y'all. And what happened? Album wasn't good. But either way, thank y'all for joining me 6 o'clock. I love y'all, man. Glad to be back in the studio. After Hours is up. Make sure y'all go subscribe over there as well. And yeah, man. I'll see y'all. Peace. Bye. I'm out of here, man. I'm out of here, man. I'm out of here.